I am here with John Ward, the owner of Red Bank Green, and we are at Red Rock Tap and Grill on Wharf Avenue today, and we're gonna go taste some tacos.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, I got the short rib taco, and looks like there is some cheese, some shredded lettuce, some pico de gallo, and chipotle aioli sauce. So I'm excited to maybe hard to pick it all up. Wow, that's amazing. So flavorful. Short rib, it like melts in your mouth. Really good. And John, what did you get?
I got the chicken tacos, and I'm going to assume there's chicken on there.
Wow.
I see lettuce, I see tomato, and you said it was an aioli sauce?
Yeah.
Okay. I think maybe some red onion, I'm not sure. Let's see if I can manage this.
Really pack it in there.
Embarrassing myself. Yeah. Oh, that's tasty. Just a little bit of a delayed kick. Very moist chicken. Lots of it.
Yeah, really big portions.
Usually, my thinking about tacos is they're not very filling. This one's good. I think I'm gonna have a good lunch here.
Me too. Let's dig in. All right, John and I are going to try each other's tacos and give that a whirl. It was fun to try different things. All right. So yes, this does look very packed full. The chicken looks like it's going to be very tasty. Definitely very flavorful. There is a kick at the end, biting into the chicken, but everything really works well together.
I don't think I got any short rib yet, so I'm gonna take another bite.
That like melts in your mouth.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Is that like a soy taste, do you think?
a little bit, a little bit. But it definitely falls apart. Tell that they marinated it and let it cook for a while.
It's got a nice taste to it. I really like it.
All right, so tell us about Red Bank Green. How did it start? How long have you been doing it?
Red Bank Green is 13 years old. I started it in 2006. I'm a lifelong journalist, and I worked for daily newspapers for 20 years, and I was a freelance magazine writer for 5 years. And I had the idea to create this site for Red Bank, and it's hyper-local news. It's all original reported news about what goes on in Red Bank and a couple of the surrounding towns.
Yeah.
And it's basically a one-person operation.
Okay.
I do pretty much everything by myself. My wife, Trish Rosanello, helped me build the site 13 years ago, and she still supplies photographs and graphics on occasion, and lots of moral support.
Right. Yeah. There's always interesting stories that come out.
Yeah.
I love reading.
And a lot of them are things that Trish stumbles on because she walks and bikes a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes it's breaking news.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. Telling people in Red Bank what's going on with regard to local government, business, especially retail, breaking news, fires, and things like that.
Have a story that stands out over the years that you can share.
Well, there was a fire probably about a decade ago at the old bowling alley on Newman Springs Road. And I remember when I heard the alarms, I turned on my scanner, I knew where it was, and I also knew that if I tried to get there by car, I would get stuck in traffic.
Right.
So it's probably about a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile from my house, and it was pouring rain. And I grabbed my camera and I ran out of my house and I ran over to the bowling alley. And I got there when some of the fire trucks were still arriving. And there were flames 100, 150 feet in the air.
Right.
And I shot a whole bunch of frames, and I shot some video, and I ran back to my house, posted the story real quick. Somebody posted a comment very soon after. I knew Red Bank Green would be on this story. And then I went back to the scene and I shot more video and more photos.
Right.
It was quite a dramatic story.
I would say
so. That was one of those real adrenaline moments.
Right. And it's nice to have a local source to read the stories and what's going on in your own neighborhood.
Right.
Really get the inside story.
You know, I'm sure we've all had the experience. You hear the sirens, you hear all these sirens. What's going on?
Right.
And you never hear. Most of the time, it's nothing.
Right.
90% of the time.
You don't always know the final.
But something like that, I'm sure people realize. You know, they can probably see the flames from miles away, even though it's raining.
Yeah.
I realized yesterday that I'm closing in on 14,000 stories in our archives.
Wow.
So it's quite a lot.
That's incredible.
Quite a lot to pick from.
Yeah. Do you have at least how many a day would you say come out?
It varies. Today's a busy day. I posted a couple of things already this morning. It's probably about 10 or 12 pieces a week.
Okay.
Different
events that go on.
Different events. I cover the events, like we just had the Big Town Light Up and the Holiday Express concert. I do that every year.
Yeah.
And
You captured some great pictures from that.
That's the idea: is to capture the faces and put them online and sort of get a sense of what the vitality of the event was, and then to share the pictures.
Yeah.
People really appreciate seeing themselves, seeing their neighbors, seeing their family members. You know, that's the idea. Red Bank Green is, I call it hyper-local. It sounds maybe a little silly to call it that, but it is literally that. I mean, I draw a bright line around the areas that I cover geographically, and I don't go outside those areas.
Right.
But the idea is to make sure that there's at least a modicum of coverage, especially on the important stuff.
Right.
Because even in an affluent area like Red Bank, Fairhaven, Little Silver, you can have a news desert, and we're seeing that across the country with the failure of local newspapers.
Yeah.
That there are places that are just simply not served with any news, and that's horrible for democracy.
Of course.
You can do what I can do. It's better than nothing.
So if somebody wanted to reach out to you, how would they contact you?
They can contact me by emailing redbankgreen@redbankgreen.com.
Okay.
And I'll be happy to speak with them about their needs.
Great. Perfect. John, thank you for joining me today for Taco Talk at Red Rock. This was great. I'll definitely be back. The portions were huge. The food was delicious. And check out redbankgreen.com for some local articles.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. And the food was terrific.
Yeah.
The chicken taco was really filling. Thank you.
Awesome.
So next time you're in, you want to try the pork belly tacos. They're really good. They're sweet and spicy. You get jalapeno chips on top, a homemade coleslaw, and they're really good. Sweet.